Are you planning your next trip or vacation and wondering which camera should I take? Should you just use your phone or maybe grab a cinematic pocket camera? What about an action cam for the beach or 360 camera for epic views? And let's not forget the drone, perfect for stunning aerial shots. But let's be honest, it's not always easy to carry all of them. So if you had to choose just one camera for your journey, which one gives you the best memories with the least hassle? Let's break it down and find the perfect travel camera for your next adventure. Hi everyone, I'm in France and I decided to record this video pretty spontaneously. I didn't have a plan to share anything like that, but in the light of the events that the next week the new Insta360 X5 will be coming, I just wanted to share some thoughts regarding the action cameras and actually travel cameras that you might want to use in 2025. Recently I was on Gran Canaria. It's one of islands of Canary Islands. It was my first time there. I wanted to film it from different angles, but the thing is that I completely didn't know which cameras I need to use. That's why I decided to take all of my cameras with me. So of course I picked my Insta360 X4. I always take 360 cameras with me. I love 360 cameras because it gives you the perspective from all the angles at the same time, and especially if you have good lighting and you are filming during the day, you know, you'll always get like spectacular view. I got my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 because, well, it's perhaps the best camera for vlogging, because there are a lot of beautiful things that not only like for the actions but also for filming in a cinematic way. So another camera I took with me, it was DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. I almost didn't use it, unfortunately. The thing is why I didn't use it is I primarily took it for scuba diving and snorkeling, but the water of these days was so milky and like the visibility was almost zero. I had my Sony RX10 Mark IV. It's a bridge camera with 1-inch sensor and telescopic lens, 25x optical zoom and up to 100 zoom, like a digital zoom. And of course I had my phone. I had a Galaxy S23 Ultra, which I sold just recently last week, and I got my iPhone 16 Pro. So of course I'll put phones aside because those cameras that we like use every day, and there is kind of it's a separate comparison that we'll have on our table. By the way, if you are interested to see the comparison between Galaxy S25 Ultra, iPhone 16 Pro and Xiaomi 15 Ultra plus DJI Osmo Pocket 3, just hit subscribe button and you'll see it soon. Going further, because it looks like it starts raining. Today raining in France the whole day. I didn't prepare any specific scenes for my vlogging on Gran Canaria. I just wanted to film what I see, where I am. And I didn't touch my video for almost a month, you know. And last week I decided that this is the time finally to put it together. By the way, I forgot to mention that I also had my drone, DJI Mini 3 Pro. I like drone footage, but it's a separate story. So I decided to prepare all my videos that I took on Gran Canaria, and I started of course with DJI Osmo Pocket 3, a lot of cinematic footage that I took from Azulejos, from actually dunes on Las Palomas. By the way, it's a great place. If you're on Gran Canaria, you definitely need to visit it. On a sunrise or sunset, spectacular. The dunes are beautiful. Well, actually, if you want to film the cliffs, the ocean, especially in the low light, Osmo Pocket 3 is what you really want. It's absolutely fantastic. It's called Azulejos. The wall is made of the sulfur. It's on Gran Canaria. Beautiful. And here is just stunning valley. It's so deep down there. How awesome it is. Yeah, that's the most blue and green sulfur part is here. That's why it's called Azulejos, because of Spanish azul, which is blue. Have you been to Gran Canaria? By the way, did you know that Gran Canaria is like the warmest island of the Canary Islands? And if you want to chill out a bit in the winter, this is the best choice. But the problem with Osmo Pocket 3, it's a little bit fragile. It's not an action camera, and it's not something, you know, let's say that you can use in the same way like the DJI Action 5 Pro. You can just drop in your backpack, in your pocket, and you never worry about it. It's the same about X4 camera, Insta360 X4 camera, I mean. The next thing that I started looking at, it was a footage from my drone, DJI Mini 3 Pro. And as I mentioned, the footage from drone is always fantastic. It's spectacular because you see the view, it's like the bird's perspective, the ocean, the cliffs. You know, you can see a lot more than any other cameras will give you. But the problems with drones in Europe especially is the restrictions on Gran Canaria. It's specifically restricted almost everywhere. And I think that I was spending more time looking at the maps where I can fly, where I cannot fly, rather than flying itself. The next camera that was Sony RX10 Mark IV. Actually, I carry this camera with me almost all the time, whenever I go. I even have it right now with me. Actually, this is in my bag. My hobby is wildlife photography. I'm photographing birds, wild animals, whenever I'm walking in the mountains, hiking, whatever. That's why, for me, my Sony RX10 Mark IV, I had Mark III before, but Mark IV is much faster. It has better zoom, like more zoom points. That's why I would say exchanged my Mark III to Mark IV. So Mark IV camera is something that I have with me all the time. I think like for any of my vacations, I would definitely take this camera because it's part of my hobby. So I think that on our plate, which camera I would take for my next vacation, if I would need to take only one between DJI Pocket 3, DJI Action 5 Pro and Insta360 X4. While preparing the videos, I found that the footage from Insta360 X4, it's fantastic. I mean, when I was preparing the video, when I was editing and reframing the video, yeah, of course, the quality is not the same like Osmo Pocket 3, but the perspectives that you get, it was like reliving the same moment again and again, especially when we were traveling in the car on all of these like mountain roads with so close experience, with so close connection almost to the people on bicycles, to, you know, all these cliffs and like close to the mountains, like bad roads. X4, like in general, Insta360 and in general 360 camera. Personally, for me, it's my favorite camera whenever I would go. The only thing you need to remember that it requires a good light, but Insta360 X5 is coming, and it's coming this week. That's why I decided to make this video, especially for this week. So Insta360 X5 looks like they will update their low light footage quality. Seems like they will improve the sensor. Perhaps they will add some AI stuff, and I expect they will add sort of the same pure video mode as it is now on Ace Pro 2. And of course, we know that the low light footage among the action cameras at the moment, it is the best on Insta360 Ace Pro 2. So I very hope that they will add the same processing and actually the same quality on Insta360 X5. And another thing that actually was disappointing many people with Insta360 X4 and the previous generation 360 cameras is it was very fragile lenses. And in order to protect the lenses, we had to put these extra guard lenses like plastic stuff. And of course, these guard lenses, they worsen the quality of the video. Well, we can't do anything about that because if you put anything on the lens and it's a light like a sun flare, and well, actually sometimes it might be fogging. That's why I think that Insta360 took it into account and they decided to make the lenses, like the glass lenses itself, exchangeable. So it's a big win. It's a game changer. So what I want to say that if you are considering to buy the cameras, my personal suggestion, the most versatile videos that actually I had from the past like 6 months, I would say they are from Insta360 X4. If I would need to buy the new camera now for my traveling for 2025, I think that I would go with Insta360 X5 camera now. If you want to save a little bit of money and you don't care about low light and you kind of very careful person, so kind of you don't need this exchangeable glass lenses, I'm sure that this week the prices for Insta360 X4 will drop significantly, and you might get it for a very good price. So Insta360 X4 is a perfect camera. I love it. And if you want to see the comparison with Insta360 X4 against DJI Action 5 Pro, you can hit the link right here. And also, if you would like to see actually the comparison of Insta360 X4 and DJI Osmo Pocket 3, here is a link as well. Regarding reframing and editing the video on Insta360 X4, somebody's mentioning that it takes a lot of time. Well, it never takes, to be honest, like I never spent more than a couple of minutes for one video. And if you're editing it from the mobile phone, you can do it even faster and in more efficient way, because on the mobile phone you can use a gyroscope, and actually whenever you turn yourself, the reframing process will be starting also at the same direction where you point yourself. That's why the editing on the mobile phone on one hand is easier, but on another hand is slightly a bit problematic, because it takes more time to download the video from Insta360 to iPhone, and the last time I had errors 3 times before I downloaded this video on my iPhone. Just let me know in the comments what do you think, what's your opinion regarding my opinions. Again, I'm not sort of professional photographer, portrait photographer or something, but I'm using the Action camera since GoPro version 3, so like I know something about Action cameras because I had a lot of them, and I know when to use them and actually like which are the best, at least at the moment on the market. Yeah, so just let me know in the comments what do you think, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you would like to see more information, or if you like my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.